Hey everyone, I'm Stephanie Brinkerhoff with Hair and Makeup by Steph, and I'm here with Kenra Professional to walk you guys through a chunky Bohemian crown braid. Crown braids are something that my clients request a lot, and they can be a little bit complicated, especially if you're dealing with a lot of hair. So I wanted to walk you guys through my process and how I would approach this. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is add some of the Kenra Hot Spray 20. And then I'm going to give her just a really loose, beachy wave. All right, once I have a nice loose wave in there, I'm going to add some of the volumizing spray clay just to give this a little bit more texture and volume. Okay, so the crown braid I'm going to do is going to be a pull-through braid, and I'm going to start by one ear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a vertical row and get that in an elastic right behind her ear. Okay, so when I'm making this section, I'm going to leave out pretty much everything from the ear forward, and then I can use this to detail later. So I'm just leaving that out for now, and then this elastic will go right behind the ear. Okay, and then I'm just going to detail this a little bit. Just pull on it, give it some bulk and some volume. And I also want to make sure this elastic is tight to the scalp. Okay, I'm going to get this clipped out of the way, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing right behind this elastic. So I'm going to do another vertical row and get all of this in an elastic. Okay, so now my first ponytail is going to get split in half. And my second ponytail is going to go up and through that and get clipped aside. So it went right through the middle. And then these two pieces are going to wrap around, and I'm going to pick up another row and create another ponytail incorporating those two pieces. So keep in mind as you're doing this, wherever you put elastics is where your braid is going to sit. So you don't want your elastics to be too high or too low. You want to place them sort of going across the center back. Okay, so before I move on, I'm going to start detailing this. This is where I'm going to start bulking up my braid. I'm going to bulk through the crown, I'm going to bulk underneath here, and then I'm going to bulk the actual braid itself. Okay, now the hair that I have clipped aside is going to get split, and this one will go up and through and get clipped aside again. So this is the process for creating a pull-through crown braid. I'm going to continue going all the way across the back. So notice how these sections that I'm adding in the back are pretty large. I want to get the bulk of the hair incorporated into the braid in the back so that it's not too heavy or chunky around the sides. Okay, before I move on and wrap the braid around the front, I'm going to detail and secure the back a little bit more. So I'm going to go in with bobby pins and hide these elastics, secure it to the scalp, make sure everything is looking good, and then I can move on to the rest of the braid. Another thing you can do if your elastics are showing is you can just go in with a tail comb and just push that out of the way. Okay, once I reach the ear on the opposite side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the whole side section right when I get to the ear. I don't want to save this part because if I do and I add it to the braid later, this section will end up getting pulled up like this. And from the front, I want it to be pulled down. So I'm going to add this whole section in here. And I'm just leaving out some for detailing, similar to how I did on the other side. But then this whole section is going to get added in to this elastic. Okay, now as I work my way up this side, I don't have any new hair that I'm adding into the braid, so I'm just going to do a couple rotations of pull through elastics without adding any new hair. So it's going to be the exact same. This section will get split in half. This elastic will go through the middle. And then I'll add another elastic to this side, just this time without adding any new hair. And I'm starting to direct my braid up, so it's going up the side of the head. Okay, and I'm going to get that bobby pinned in place, just to hold that there while I work with it. Okay, now that I've reached the other side, I'm going to add one more section of hair. This is just going to help me finish out the braid, give me a little bit of extra length. I just want to make sure I don't take too much hair for the braid, so I still have some left for framing her face. Okay, once I reach this last section, I'm not going to do an elastic, but instead I'm just going to twist this and add a little bit of bulk to that, and then tuck that underneath my braid and get that pinned so that these two blend. Okay, once I have the braid complete, this is where I'm gonna go in and do even more detailing. I'm going to check the balance and the shape, make sure everything's looking good, and use some of the Volume Spray 25 to get everything locked in place.